A strange silence has fallen over our world, a hush that wasn't there before. It's a silence that speaks volumes, hinting at a shift in the very fabric of our daily lives. This isn't just a temporary lull, it's a profound quietude that permeates the spaces we once considered the bustling hubs of activity. It echoes in the canyons of glass and steel that we call cities, bouncing off the mirrored surfaces of skyscrapers, a constant reminder of the change. The once vibrant hum of urban life has been replaced by a more subdued tone, a stark contrast to the relentless energy that once defined these metropolises. Peer through the grand glass doors of a skyscraper in Manhattan. What do you see? What was once a revolving door of ambition and purpose now stands as a portal to something different. Ghosts. Not the spectral kind, but the lingering impressions of lives lived within these walls. Ergonomic chairs, dark monitors gathering dust stand as silent witnesses to a world transformed. A forgotten coffee mug, remnants of a hive of human activity, a testament to routines abruptly halted. It's a snapshot of a life once lived, a story unfinished. This was once a place of energy, collaboration, and innovation, now a museum of a time both recent and ancient. A time when physical presence was paramount, when the office was the epicenter of our professional lives. Across the globe, a programmer in Bali types to the rhythm of ocean waves, the gentle lapping providing a soundtrack to their coding. A marketing executive in the Rockies joins a video call with mountains behind her, the majestic peaks a constant source of inspiration. They're not on vacation, they're working, redefining the boundaries of the traditional workplace. This is a quiet revolution. Work has escaped brick and mortar, dissolving into the digital ether, becoming untethered from physical constraints. Two worlds now exist, empty offices gathering dust, monuments to a bygone era, and infinite personal offices defined by Wi-Fi, each a unique expression of individual work styles and preferences. The morning commute is now a few steps from bedroom to kitchen table, a radical shift in the daily ritual. We're witnessing a profound transformation in where and how we work, a reshaping of our professional lives on a global scale. The silence in these corporate cathedrals is not just absence, it's a question, a challenge to our assumptions. It asks us to reconsider everything we thought we knew, forcing us to confront the changing nature of work and its impact on our lives, about work, community, and daily life, prompting us to redefine what these concepts mean in a world increasingly connected, yet physically distanced. The abandoned desks are symbols of a shattered paradigm, a visual representation of the old ways giving way to the new. We are adrift, navigating the uncharted waters, searching for new anchors and new ways to connect. Of a future we're building in real time, a future shaped by technology, flexibility, and a renewed focus on individual well-being. Each keystroke, each video call is a step into this new world, a conscious act of creation and adaptation. The emptiness is not an ending, but the quiet before a new beginning, a moment of reflection before we embark on a new chapter in the story of work. There was no slow transition, no gradual shift, no easing into a new normal, just a rupture, a clean break from everything we knew, a line drawn in the sand, separating the before from the after. One day millions commuted, the arteries of cities pumping with life. The next those same cities fell silent, eerily still, holding their breath. The daily symphony of urban life faded to a whisper. The great disruption was thrust upon us, an uninvited guest that overstayed its welcome, a global experiment on a scale never imagined, a test of our resilience, our adaptability, and our very humanity. It was a trial by fire, forging a new path forward. For decades, work meant the office, a deeply ingrained belief, a cornerstone of our economic and social structure. The office was more than just a place, it was an identity. Presence equaled commitment. The late stayer was the dedicated one, a badge of honor earned under the fluorescent glow of the office. Hours clocked were often valued more than results achieved. The entire corporate structure was built around physical co-location, a carefully orchestrated ecosystem of cubicles, meeting rooms, and water coolers. Proximity was power. The idea of a fully remote workforce was abstract, a futuristic fantasy relegated to science fiction novels, until it became mandatory overnight. The future arrived in a flash, uninvited and unexpected. Companies scrambled to function with distributed teams, rewriting the rules of engagement on the fly. They were forced to adapt or perish. Kitchen tables became desks, repurposed for a new kind of labor. Bedrooms became boardrooms, blurring the lines between personal and professional lives. We learned new technologies, navigated video calls, mastering the art of muting and unmuting, and built new routines, finding a rhythm in the chaos. We learned to trust colleagues we couldn't see, relying on digital communication to bridge the distance, to collaborate across time zones, stretching the workday to accommodate a global workforce, to manage our own time, becoming masters of self-discipline and personal accountability. The disruption revealed a startling truth, a fundamental shift in our understanding of work. The office was not as essential as we thought. The physical space, once considered indispensable, became optional. The work continued. Deadlines met, projects completed, proving that productivity wasn't tied to a specific location. Commerce, though strained, did not stop. The wheels of industry kept turning, albeit in a different way. In many cases, it thrived, demonstrating the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. We decoupled work from place, liberating ourselves from the constraints of geography, challenging a century of management theory, forcing us to rethink everything we thought we knew about leadership and productivity. The invisible threads of digital connection proved strong, capable of holding together teams and organizations, sometimes stronger than physical walls, fostering a sense of community even in the absence of physical proximity. The impossible became reality, a testament to human ingenuity and our capacity for adaptation. And the world of work changed forever. The genie was out of the bottle, and there was no going back. The question now, what do we do with this new freedom? How do we shape the future of work in a way that benefits everyone? For years, the debate simmered. Could people be productive without a manager's watchful eye? The Great Disruption put this belief to the test. Stripped of commutes and office distractions, many found sharper focus and deeper concentration. Data told a surprising story. Presenteeism was never a true measure of output. Productivity is about results, not hours at a desk. The office, with its distractions, often hindered deep work. Yet home had its own challenges, blurred boundaries, digital exhaustion, and the risk of burnout. The experiment proved productivity is tied to people, trust, and clear goals, not a place. The manager's role evolved from supervisor to facilitator, focused on outcomes, not presence. The allure of remote work is powerful. Freedom, flexibility, and reclaimed time. For many, it was life-altering. More time for family, health, and personal growth. Companies accessed global talent, cut costs, and reduced their carbon footprint. But every coin has two sides. The freedom of home can become isolation, the laptop on the table, a constant reminder of work. The workday bleeds into evenings and weekends, erasing boundaries. The office, for all its flaws, provided structure and ritual. Without it, we can feel adrift, perpetually at work. The central challenge: how do we embrace freedom without losing ourselves to the fray? How do we build new boundaries in a world without walls? The answer will define the remote era. Balance is the new frontier. We're more connected than ever. Instant messaging, video calls, digital workspaces. Yet a profound sense of disconnection is taking root. The ghost in the machine of remote work is the loss of human presence. Gone are spontaneous conversations, shared laughter, and quick questions over cubicle walls. These small moments are the social glue of teams. Video calls can't replace the richness of in-person interaction. Isolation leads to mental health struggles and erodes company culture. New employees struggle to integrate. Informal mentorship is harder to find. Burnout isn't just from overwork. It's a burnout of the spirit. We are social creatures, hardwired for face-to-face connection. The challenge: how do we nurture genuine community when we're apart? How do we combat the ghost in the machine? The answer will shape the future of work. Between office and home, a third way has emerged: the hybrid model. It promises the best of both worlds, flexibility and in-person connection. The office becomes a hub for collaboration, not just a place for quiet work. Days in the office are for brainstorming, team building, and culture. The hybrid model seems logical and balanced, but it's not a simple solution. It requires rethinking management space design and fairness. The promise is great, but execution is complex. The hybrid compromise could be an elegant evolution or a logistical nightmare. The answer lies in the details. Success depends on intentional design, not default habits. The hybrid model introduces new complexity. The risk: a two-tiered system where remote workers are left out. Proximity bias threatens fairness and inclusion. Managing hybrid teams demands new skills and deliberate effort. Hot desking and transient spaces can erode belonging. The office must become a magnet for collaboration, not just a mandate. A successful hybrid model requires a remote-first mindset and radical redesign. Without it, the middle ground could become the worst of both worlds. We stand at the dawn of a new era: fluidity. The future of work is a spectrum, not a destination. Radical flexibility lets people choose how, when, and where they work. Technology will enable immersive collaboration and smarter workflows. The workplace becomes a personalized, intelligent ecosystem. Cities and communities will reshape with distributed hubs and vibrant local economies. The key is a shift from control to trust, from prescription to personalization. Empower individuals to design their work lives with clear goals and accountability. The fluid workplace is a mosaic of millions of solutions. The future is built on choice, trust, and technology. We return to the silent offices, not tombs, monuments of a bygone era, but symbols of change, a metamorphosis in progress. These spaces are waiting to be reborn. The office isn't dead, it's simply evolving, but the old idea of it is. The rigid, uninspired model is fading into memory. The building is not the work, it's merely a container, the people are. They are the heart and soul, the driving force behind every innovation. The office is now one planet, a central hub, in a larger solar system of possibilities, a constellation of work styles and locations. The future is a synthesis, a harmonious blend, not a battle between office and remote. It's about finding the right balance for each individual and team. The office will be a place of connection and collaboration, a space for sparking ideas and building relationships, used intentionally, with purpose and forethought. The most profound change is in our minds, in our perception of work itself. We have a chance to redesign, to reimagine our relationship with work, to define it on our own terms, to move from work-life balance, a constant struggle for equilibrium, to work-life integration, a seamless flow between our professional and personal lives. The story of the future is about full lives, agency, and trust, empowering individuals to thrive. The final frontier is the human element, the cultivation of empathy and understanding. The question is not where we'll work, the location is secondary, but how we'll choose to live, how we'll design a life that is both fulfilling and productive. The script is unwritten, a blank canvas awaits, and we are all its authors, co-creating a future of work that is human-centered and purpose-driven.